Like, we're gonna tear the head off whoever they got that they thought was in control of all this. Like, look at this. It's like they running the numbers, they running on radio, they got the smash, and then,
So
it's
this
like now
man
they
right here is Sir Lucian Charles Grant. He's been the CEO of Universal Music Group since 2010, so you know he done seen some. So I had to go to the damn documents.
We all know that Kanye West was almost sidelined by the Hollywood elites after he got himself involved in many crazy scandals. However, now that Diddy has been exposed, people have been asking questions about other big celebs in his close circle, especially Kim Kardashian. You see, we all know that Diddy invited all the big shots to his parties, and the Kardashians were one of them. And now reports allege that Kanye has revealed that Diddy also had Kim on those infamous tapes that were confiscated by the feds. Let's jump right into this controversy that has thrust the industry into a wild frenzy. Kim Kardashian unfollowing Diddy. While everyone was looking elsewhere, fans unveiled that Kim Kardashian unfollowed Diddy just a day before the raid happened. Now, this step threw many people off the loop as allegations against Diddy had been popping up since November last year, but Kim allegedly decided to cut ties with Diddy as soon as the authorities got involved. Sketchy, right? Anyway, so you might have noticed that the mainstream media has not been active in delving into the deets of the lawsuits filed against Diddy. It may be because of the big names involved in the complaint.
Right here, Lucian Grant. He is one of the most powerful men in Hollywood and music. And he been up in Diddy's room.
Okay, so you all remember when Cat Williams hinted that all the big successes in the entertainment world are tied to the indecent favors given behind the scenes, and guess what? Kanye alleged that Diddy indeed went on his knees in front of big influential people that made it possible for Diddy to have bad boy records. For those who don't know, Lucian Grange, the chairman and CEO of Universal Music Group, along with the label, was accused of abetting rapper P. Diddy's misconduct in a lawsuit filed by his former producer Rodney Jones. Billboard reported that Grange's legal team has slammed Blackburn, calling the allegations offensively false. Listen, if we look closely at Grange's statement, it is clear that he openly threatened Blackburn of allegedly revoking his practice license. Grange's legal team has also claimed that they would seek legal penalties against Blackburn and would seek so-called sanctions against him in a future filing. Donald Zarkin, Grange, and the group's attorney said in a statement, "A license to practice law is a privilege. Mr. Blackburn, plaintiff's lawyer, has misused that license to self-promote, gratuitously, falsely, and recklessly, accusing the UMG defendants of criminal behavior." So, Lucian was a very big influential name in the music industry, and according to Rodney Jones, he made frequent visits to Diddy's mansion, and he allegedly spent hours in Diddy's room with him. Rodney alleged that Diddy had an relationship with Lucian to make sure that he was backed and sponsored by the business mogul. You might not know, but Lil Rod stated that Lucian used to sponsor Diddy's album, listening parties, where he used to hire ex-workers and girls with Ciroc and De Leon tequila. To top it off, Rodney claimed that Lucian allegedly knew what Diddy was spending his money on, but was not bothered by it.
Basically, it's that this man knew about all the parties. This man was around all of this. This man never stopped anything. This man, nor Christina, nor Ethiopia had stopped anything that was happening.
Now, just last month, Rodney Jones made more wild claims against Sean Combs in a sworn declaration to the court. Jones offered the court a recording of Combs bragging about engaging in wild and illegal activities throughout his storied career. Jones claimed that he had first-hand knowledge and evidence of Combs's illicit actions, including physical attack, tax evasion, and, more disturbingly, the Pew Pew incident involving a woman. He said, he shared how he would get things by force. This included record deals, signatures on contracts, acts from women and men, as well as the women of his enemies. He asserted that Diddy took pleasure in recounting his influence over celebrities and artists, particularly in manipulating circumstances to his favor. Jones explained that Combs admitted to involving Jennifer Lopez in potentially questionable activities, leveraging his position to have Shine take the fall for a nightclub shooting in return for a record deal with Arista Records, courtesy of L.A. Reid. He bragged about departed attorney Johnny Cochran's savvy legal skills. and ability to pay off the witnesses through private investigators and other third parties. Mr. Combs bragged about the power he has and the fact that he beat up record executive Steve Stout's behind. He laughed uncontrollably as he talked about busting him in the head with a bottle of champagne and a chair. On another occasion, Mr. Combs bragged about beating up Gerard Reichnitzer outside of a nightclub in Hollywood. Well, it looks like Diddy might not get out of this mess without fighting head-on with Rodney Jones. And we have seen that Diddy has not been doing much apart from hiding behind his attorney. Rodney revealed that Combs maintained control through investments in shell companies and the strategic movement of money to untraceable accounts overseas. Kanye believes that all the things Diddy was able to get away with was due to Lucian's power and influence in the music industry. Kanye explained in his The Download podcast that Lucian is one of the industry higher-ups who have been promoting Diddy's agenda in order to allegedly control the industry as a whole.
He's still a hired gun. He's just like a handler. Like he just control Universal. He run it for.
During the conversation, Kanye revealed that it is one of the tactics used by the Hollywood elites to keep the talented individuals from straying from their objective. He explained that the elites keep you in the industry until you don't cross the line. Kim Kardashian. Okay, so you might be wondering, what does Lucian Grange have to do with Kim Kardashian? Well, according to several sources, other alleged handlers, like Lucian, have been protecting the Kardashians from behind the scene. It has been alleged that the Kardashians might have signed a contract just like Diddy. They have also been escaping scot-free from any drama they created. It's no secret that Kardashians had a great relationship with Diddy, but ever since the raid, their relationship is almost non-existent. The fans believe that the Kardashians are all undercover criminals. For example, Kim has been known as a design and idea thief for quite some time now. The issue got so serious that Vogue's Anna Wintour took legal action against Kim for theft. Not to mention she is also being sued for trademark infringement, copyright infringement, unfair competition, and false advertising. More recently, she has been accused of imitating the works of established artists. Although it might be quite perplexing how she was able to get away with all this, but with money in position, there isn't much one can do to fight her. A fan revealed that during the start of Kim Kardashian's career, she was a closet assistant for a renowned artist. However, she used to go on shopping sprees with the singer's parents' American Express card. In the beginning of her career, Kim stole $120,000 from singer Brandy when she worked as her closet assistant. Brandy's mother, Sonia Norwood, sued Kim and her siblings for charging over $120,000 in unauthorized purchases from her American Express card in their own clothing stores. She would go on to date Brandy's brother Ray J, with whom she made an X tape. We now know there were several tapes to choose from, and her mother made that choice based on which one she felt Kim looked best in. So she literally began her career with a tape of Ishi BJ's and stolen money. The word has it that Kim gained traction as an early influencer after she allegedly paid for half of her followers on Instagram. Apparently, it was long before anyone knew that this was a thing. Close sources claim that the entire brood of Kar-Jenners did this as well, so it appeared that everyone was following this family when they were not. You all remember the church Kris Jenner established, right? Well, according to conspiracy theorists, Kim worked her way up to tax evasion using her mother's church, called the California Community Church. You see, the church required its members to pay $1,000 a month for membership and 10% of everyone's annual earnings. Allegedly, by doing this, they all got a 10% tax reduction every year, and their mom would seemingly launder their cash back to them. If you think this is the end of Kim's dirty laundry, you are sorely mistaken. A fan revealed that Kim allegedly went into business with a con artist and helped him steal billions of dollars. Kim went into business with Jae-ho Lo, a Malaysian businessman whom she probably helped money launder some of $4.5 billion from the Malaysian state-run Economic Development Fund, One Malaysian Development Berhad, by winning $350,000 in Las Vegas with Lo's money. Lo is still wanted by Malaysian authorities. Now, Kanye has alleged that Kim and all the Kardashians have been trying to fool everyone with the self-made billionaire image. In addition to that, Ye explained that since the Kardashians were also a staple at Diddy's parties, there is a huge possibility that Kim K made several appearances on X tapes the authorities acquired during their surprise visit to Diddy's residence. While Kim K has been hiding skeletons in her closet, they are nowhere as dangerous as Kris Jenner's. You see, one thing that most people don't notice is the identity of Kris Jenner's boyfriend. Now, Corey has pretty tight relations with Diddy. If you look back in time, you'll see that Corey was the first one on site when Kim Porter passed away. If you think about it, Diddy might be on very close terms with Corey if he called Corey only moments after his girlfriend died. Fans believe that it might be possible that Corey was paid by Diddy to act as his alibi in Kim's sudden demise. Anyway, although Corey is only known as a tour manager, he has close ties with a number of big names including Diddy, Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Ellen. Fans believe that there might be more to Corey's manager gig than meets the eye. Kanye alleged that Corey might be one of the rumored handlers that work for the higher-ups to keep the stars in line.
Corey Gamble is going to be part of the industry fallout that is happening right now.
Speaking of line, it was just a few years ago when Kanye was part of a scandal, and around that time, Ye revealed that he was being threatened by a well-known celebrity trainer, Harley Pasternak. Harley actually sent Ye a message claiming that he could help Ye in getting out of that mess after he had a loving conversation with Ye, or he could have Ye institutionalized. His message stated, "Second option, I have you institutionalized again where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same." Now you might not understand, but there must be a great power backing Harley up that he had the guts to threaten one of the hottest rappers at that time.
This is a trainer, but come to find out, he was actually Canadian intelligence, but this is my trainer. So this shows you the kind of handlers that are around the superstars in California.
At the time, Kanye did not mention any names. He did allude that Harley was only one of the handlers that surrounded his family at the time.
If Harley was part of intelligence, right, what kind of people you think are surrounding my kids? What kind of people you think are in that house right now?
During a sitting with Mindfully podcast, Ye revealed that during that time, he was also misdiagnosed, and the higher-ups allegedly tried to melt his brain with lithium. He explained that if he had naively taken the medicine, he would have died.
How much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this.
Now, Ye has never been the one to mince his words. And once he spilled the beans on Corey's whole agenda, he explained how Diddy, Kris, and Corey were related in the worst possible way. He took to Instagram saying, "God has a plan to remove the godless. Corey needed to never be here anyway. And I think he's a nice person. Not a great person, a nice person who used to be around Puff's family, then got around Justin Bieber. And then when Kris got divorced, he slid in. He once told my wife he knew what music she should be listening to. So when I seen him a week later, I had him removed from my daughter's birthday party." Ye also pointed out that he had never met Corey's family, even though he had been in a long-term relationship with Kris Jenner. He claimed that Corey got his ex-wife linked with the liberals in a deep way, and that was seemingly his job. Ye revealed that for some reason he always felt that Corey worked for DuPont or some organization in that pedigree. Fans believe that Kanye is onto something when it comes to the Kardashian sketchy past. One fan said, "It is also coming to light that Kim is not a self-made billionaire. Her father left $100 million for his 3 girls. She also inflates what she is worth to get on Forbes' list, which is how her sister Kylie lost her billionaire status. Now we know why she was so comfortable working with the Trump administration." Another added, "The fact that she is studying to become a lawyer is a big red flag, because crooked people always have someone in the justice system. A prime example is her father, Robert Kardashian, O.J. Simpson's closest confidant and lawyer. Trump's sister was a judge, and his daughter Tiffany is a lawyer. This is typical for mob families to do. Always know somebody who knows somebody." Although it is pure speculation on the fans' part. But you cannot deny that something is wrong with Kardashian's work ethic. Diddy Raid. It's been over a month that 2 homes belonging to hip-hop mogul Sean Combs were raided by federal investigators. However, law enforcement have released little details as to potential charges the music producer could be facing. while federal authorities have given sparse public comment as to what prompted the raids. In a statement, the Department of Homeland Security said the raids were in relation to an ongoing investigation in New York. The searches were conducted with the assistance of HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and local law enforcement. Earlier today, Homeland Security Investigations, HSI New York, executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation, with assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners. We will provide further information as it becomes available. In an interview last month, Dana Kennedy of the New York Post revealed that her Homeland Security sources indicated that the investigation into Combs is just the tip of the iceberg, and nothing is off the table. Adding to the mix, Combs' attorney, Aaron Dyer, called the raids a witch hunt in a statement released just one day later. He said, "Yesterday there was a gross overuse of military-level force as search warrants were executed at Mr. Combs' residences. There is no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities, or the way his children and employees were treated." You see, the music producer has been slapped with 5 civil suits in the last 6 months. Singer Cassandra Ventura, who had been in a decade-long relationship with Diddy in the early 2000s, filed a lawsuit in New York's federal court last November alleging ST, HT, S-battery, SA, and gender-motivated acts. Ventura alleged that she became lured into and eventually trapped in a decade-long pattern of mistreatment involving forced substance use, R, battery, and forced S acts with male S workers. But she settled the lawsuit with her former partner one day later. But her suit spawned several more alleged victims to come forward. TMZ reported that Ventura had been working with federal investigators for weeks, potentially even before the raids. The outlet reported that she may have helped investigators establish probable cause to obtain search warrants. Under all these circumstances, fans are curious if Diddy would be arrested for any criminal actions. Legal experts claim that it might be possible. Nadia Shihata, who prosecuted R. Kelly for S crimes in New York, said they clearly have probable cause to believe that a federal crime has been committed, and that evidence of that crime or multiple crimes would be found in the 2 locations that they searched. This is big news, and if I'm P. Diddy or his lawyers, I'd be very concerned at this point. Immediately after the raids, TMZ tracked the rapper's personal jet. The outlet initially reported the aircraft was on the ground in Antigua, but it's unknown if Combs was on the plane. In addition to that, Combs was reportedly spotted earlier this month at Topgolf in Miami with his 17-year-old daughters. One day later, fitness coach Wes Watson posted a picture of himself and Combs at the Pura Vida restaurant in Miami. Watson wrote, "Came to just grab a shot of espresso and I ran into Diddy." During all this, Combs' private plane, a black Love Air USA LLC-owned Gulfstream G550, vanished from a public tracking site, FlightAware. Fans believe that Diddy might have dumped his dirty laundry somewhere else while the public's attention was elsewhere. Sources claim they're keeping his whereabouts pretty close to the chest. As much as you can track those things, you can also go to some trouble and black yourself out of them. On this occasion, his plane disappeared, gone, private as it were. That's all for today. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more of your favorite celebrity tea.